So I get this question all the time. When should I move to the next product? When I should stop my testing phase? So all of that is going to be answered in this video. What is happening, guys? Welcome back to another video in my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly when I personally decide to stop testing a product and when it's the right time to move on. I'm going to share with you some tips how to increase your Facebook ads performance and some tips how you can improve your profitability. Just before we start, guys, as always, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so you will not miss out any future content. As well as make sure to follow me on Instagram, where I post pretty much daily. And last but not least, if you want to download a full case study of my first winning store, check out the first or second link in the description below. So with that being said, let's dive right into it. Alright, so I'm getting this question all the time. People are asking me, how much money do I need to spend to move on to the next one? Or they're having sales but they are not able to be profitable and they just can't decide what is the best and right move to do. Now, to be honest with you, first of all, this is why I always say that you want to invest some time in your product research, not by only finding a product there that has like high engagement and that's it. You want actually to invest some time and understand this product can become profitable by the pricing, by the content that you have, by the upsell offers, all those things, even before I decide to go to Facebook ads. And this is when I'm actually running Facebook ads to my products. Almost most of the time I'm able to at least break even and even become profitable. I'm meeting with so many people that come to me to ask some help, and I ask them like, how did you actually pick your product? And they said, oh no, I saw it on Facebook, it had like good engagement, and that's it. I went for this product, I started selling it, and now I'm stuck. So please do invest some time, do some research, make sure the product fits you, that you actually take the time and you think about like, how do you actually make a good offer, a good website, and only then start running Facebook ads. Like, I get people that even did not finish their store, but they already have the ads all set up for tomorrow. They're super excited and their store is completely empty. And no, that is like drives me crazy. Like, you're trying to actually create a business, create a brand, and actually make money, and you have a potential to make a lot of money, but you will not invest like a day or two or even a week to find the right product and design a good, decent looking website. So how much money roughly I'm spending for a product? Now, it's highly dependent on what is the price, the selling price of the product itself. The average of products that I'm selling is going to be anywhere from $30 up to $70. So I'm always taking in consideration that I'm willing to lose anywhere between $300 up to $500 for that product, for testing this product, before I decide to move on. Now, most of the time it's not going to happen. I'm not going to lose actually $300 to $500. I'm always getting to a point that I'm or breaking even or I'm losing a little bit money every single day, and no matter what I try to do, it just don't work and I'm not able to become profitable. So if you're selling a product anywhere between $30 up to $70, this should be your kind of like pinpoint, that between $300 to $500. If you are losing $300 to $500, this is where you should stop selling this product. Now, keep in mind that there is a huge and long process before I get into the point that I'm losing this $300 to $500. I'm working on the website, on my offer, on my Facebook ad almost every single day to make sure that I'm doing everything in my power to actually increase the performance of my store, my product, my Facebook ads. So the first thing that I'm doing is, let's say I'm letting I launched a campaign, a new campaign. I want to test the product. I let it run for like 3 to 4 days, and I'm seeing like what exactly might be the problem. Sometimes you have products that you have like the perfect offer, the perfect website, like the perfect ad, and everything works okay, and then you are able to be profitable right from the get-go. But most likely it's not going to happen to you. So this is why you have to teach yourself how to analyze the data on Facebook ads, how to understand where people are falling off, and also know how you can improve those things. So just for example, let's say that I have like a $1 cost per link click. People are going to my website, and actually the content view, cost per content view, is $1.50, which is kind of a good average. If you have a huge jump between your cost per link click to your cost per content view, it means that maybe you have any kind of problem with your link, or your speed of the website is extremely slow. If you're going to sell to, let's say, e-packet countries, there are some countries that have slower internet connection. So if you have a website that takes a lot of time to load, probably people are going to click out. Now, let's say your cost per content view is okay. You have like $1 cost per link click and $1.50 for like cost per content view. Now you have a huge jump between your content view to the add to cart. Let's say you have $1.50 cost per content view and you have $20 add to cart. Now people, if they already clicked on your ad, it means that they're already interested in the product. So if you have a decent clicks to your website and then you see that people are not adding to cart, there is a problem with your product page, your product description, maybe your image, and most likely it's going to be your pricing. So this is what I'm doing with every step before they click on an ad until they purchase. So I'm analyzing every step and I see when I have huge jumps between the actions, then I'm going to that action that has this high jump and I'm trying to fix that. Even let's say if you try to charge shipping up front and people are getting to the checkout and your cost per initiate checkout is decent, and then you have a huge jump between your initiate checkout to add payment info, you can test selling the product with offering free shipping, and that will definitely have an impact and improve your conversions. Now this process can take days, can take weeks, maybe even a month. So basically what I'm doing, I'm not even focusing on my Facebook ads, of course taking in consideration that my cost per link click is low enough. Then I'm just focusing on my offer, my pricing, my website. So every day or two I'm trying to improve something to make sure that I'm actually getting to my target cost per purchase. Most of the time I'm not going to touch my Facebook ads whatsoever. If it works, I'm not touching it, and the only thing that I'm doing is changing things on my website. And guess what, guys? Guess what? It actually works. You don't need to be focus on those like crazy strategies that nobody knows on Facebook, because Facebook is just a paid marketing tool. That's it. Get it inside your head. Facebook is your marketing tool. You sell on your website. So if you are actually going to invest the time and try to improve things in your funnel, you're going to see that you can actually become profitable without changing anything with your Facebook strategy. All right, so for how long do I actually test the product? Now, this is again really depends on the product, on the results. I can test the product for a month, maybe even 2 months, as long as it actually show me some results that are actually maybe breaking even, doing a little bit profit, and I have something to actually work with. So as long as you can even break even, you can always get yourself to a profitable point. You just need to understand how you can improve things. But if I see that a product right from the get-go, maybe after a week, after 2 weeks, I tried everything that I can and it's not working, and I'm not even getting to a break even point, then I might move on and skip this product even within a week or two. Another common problem that I can see is that there are many people that are making sales every single day, but they just can't be profitable. They think that they are going to get to the lookalike audiences and then that's it. They're going to have 20-30%, 50% profit, which is extremely not true. Now, if you're already making sales, let's say you're breaking even and things are already working in your favor. If you're making sales and you're breaking even, you are 99% ahead of other people. So in that case, all you need to do is actually go to your website, go to your product, focusing on upselling the product, pre-purchase and post-purchase, and do everything that you can to actually increase the average order value. This should be really easy to do. If you don't know exactly what you can upsell to the product, I highly recommend you to go to Amazon and watch beneath the main image of the product. You will see somewhere around the product description, Amazon always kind of suggests you products that are really congruent and complementary to each other. So you can think about upsells that you can do on your website, or if you have a product that most likely if people are going to purchase multiple quantity, you really want to give like a really good discount. This is something that I always say to my students. I like Ben & Jerry's ice cream, and in Israel in a gas station, if you go to purchase it, it costs like 30 shekels for one and 40 shekels for two. 99.9% of the time I will not eat the second one, but guess what? We all like good deals. So if you can do something like that with your product and make sure that if they add another product or the same product again, they will get like a heavy discount. So there is no way that they will not take it. Now, another thing that is going to happen when you will have those like bundles discounted in pricing on your website is most of the time, if let's say you're going to a website and there is only one variation, one pricing, so you got to the website, you see one price and that's it. So you're just saying or yes or no. Now, when you do have some kind of deal or some kind of different variations, your customer need to actually put some thinking. Most of the time you will not even think about like, wait, what I'm doing, like I'm going to purchase right now something, maybe I shouldn't do it, maybe it's too pricey. So instead of letting him think if he should purchase it or not, he's already thinking about something else. He's thinking, all right, should I take this deal or or should I take this deal? And everybody likes a good deal. So I'm not saying this is the only one and main thing that you can do, but all those kind of small things can significantly improve your results. And I'm telling you, those things work. Personally, for me, the ultimate method by far to actually increase my conversions, my results, my lowering my cost per purchase is actually working on my product page and like checking exactly what is the best way for me to sell the product and make sure that I'm getting the most amount of money from this customer. So only if you're going to do those things, you will see an increase in your performance on Facebook ads. And it happened to me multiple times that I thought, all right, this product doesn't work, maybe it's not a winning product, and instead of that I focused on my website and tried to do everything that is possible, and then they turn out to be actually winning products. So let's say that even though like you did everything that you can and it's still you are not able to be profitable and you want to move on to the next product, at least you didn't burn out all your budget only for this one. Now if you're going to test a product and you're not going to try to improve things on your offer, your website, your ad, you're probably going to lose way more money on Facebook than you actually should have. So this way you will be able to test way more products with less budget. So that is kind of my take about this subject. Don't be quick about switching to a different product and test another one and another one. Trust me, it's not going to work. There's always something that you can do to improve your performance. If this product worked for somebody else and it's a winning product that you know that it's a winning product, there is no reason why it's not going to work for you. So even if your Facebook ads are not working that well right from the get-go, that is okay. Just be patient with it, do some changes, try to improve things, and only move to the next product when you feel that you actually put your 200% and you made everything that you can to actually make it work. I hope this video shared some light and gave you some understanding the way I'm moving to a next product or the way you should move to the next product. Try to take those tips and try that on your own, and trust me, your results on Facebook ads are going to improve without touching your Facebook ad. If you like this video, make sure to punch the like button, and of course don't forget to join to the family and hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notifications so you will not miss out any future content. As well as make sure to follow me on Instagram where I post pretty much daily. And last but not least, if you want to download a full case study of my first winning store, check out the first or second link in the description below. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching and I will see you on the next time. Peace.